This semester, our focus in CET 720, Leading Evaluation to Change in the Educational Technology Environment, was to examine how to be an innovative educator, as well as exploring processes to develop, implement, and report existing programs. We dove into the innovator's mindset by George Couros, and one of the first quotes is by William Pollard, and he states, "Learning and innovation go hand in hand. The arrogance of success is to think that what you did yesterday will be sufficient for tomorrow." We have been told for years that we need to prepare kids of today for jobs that haven't been invented yet. And to do that, we have to be willing to change our approach to education. As Sir Ken Robinson stated in his TED Talk, kids will take a chance if given a chance. By helping students overcome their fears of being wrong, we help them unlock their curiosity and they become problem finders, not just problem solvers. We are helping them develop the skills to create their own futures. Couros emphasized that we must begin with the why in education. Why do we do what we do? As a former history teacher, the why of history to me was the most important aspect of history, as it is in teaching in general. Another takeaway from the innovator's mindset is that it is important to look at new ways of reaching the students. Try, then if it fails, learn from it and try something else until a solution is reached. It is important that we understand and share the idea that it's okay to fail as long as we keep trying. Trying new things doesn't always mean buying new things. We are often faced with budgetary concerns and told to think outside the box. However, one of my favorite quotes from the text or ideas from the text is that we must be innovative inside the box. We must use what we have, but in new ways, be innovators. As we come to the 8th slide, we're going to look at some of the 8s identified by Couros. We have the 8 characteristics of the innovator's mindset, 8 characteristics of innovative leader, and 8 things to look for in today's classroom. These have many commonalities, but one of them was reflection. When we look at reflection, we do not learn from experience, stated John Dewey. We learn from reflecting on experience. Reflection is a key aspect of teaching and learning by taking the time to think about what worked, what could be better, and what didn't work. We develop the ongoing skill of self-evaluation and improvement. Providing reflection time for students will also help to enhance their understanding. This leads to a point that was made to me and is impacting my teaching, and that it is to change from the attitude and approach of engaging students and being a performer to empowering them. Rather than getting them excited about what I or the state thinks they should know, it is providing students with the intellectual tools to chase their own passions and interests. Final couple of highlights from the innovator's mindset to me are the practice of focusing on the strengths first instead of looking at what was done wrong and fixing them, and then using technology such as Twitter to have a crowd-accelerated innovation. Second part of the course, emphasize the evaluation process of projects, programs, products, practice, and policy. Primary source of information was from the book Educational Technology Program and Project Evaluation. It essentially starts the process by identifying what people know and then asking, well, what they should know when they have been provided with a proper education. Through this process, we can begin to identify the components that have an impact on learning, evaluating and measuring them, and then the overall change to learning that may take place. To find out what people know or the current situation, a needs assessment is often used. This tool is used to help focus on the end result desired and to guide in the decision-making process to improve the overall program or organization. The tool helps determine the goals and data collection. Another tool that we used was the EdTech Rapid Cycle Evaluation Tool, which is an online step-by-step tool that helps to evaluate how effective an educational technology program is based on data. Another evaluation approach discussed is the theory of change, also known as the intervention logic. In this approach, a problem is identified, we diagnose the problem, develop solutions, study and analyze the effectiveness from a small group implementation, and finally apply the program to all intended audiences. One of the biggest challenges for me, anyway, is being able to show that improvement is taking place as a result of changes implemented. To address this, specific indicators and measurements must be determined through the use of valid and reliable instruments. Relevant data can be obtained, and remember, what you measure is what you get. And the last part of the evaluation process is the part that, in my experience, is often skipped or given only cursory attention, and that is taking the plans and putting them into action, and then following up during and after the implementation with formative and summative evaluations. There are a variety of tools at our disposal, and we need to continue to look at the best way to apply these tools because we never know what impact we'll have on each person's lives